Hello, everyone. You are welcome once again to Consulting Room 5 with me, Dr. Sue. Today, we are discussing a topic that is highly prevalent in our society, the importance of fitness and exercise in combating obesity. As you can see in my outfit, we are really interested in exercising. As we are all aware, obesity has become a major health concern, leading to a various chronic illness and reduced quality of life. By introducing regular physical activities and promoting a healthy lifestyle, we can make significant strides towards addressing this epidemic. With me here are a renowned wellness therapist and a highly recognized nutritionist to help us highlight the numerous benefits that comes with incorporating these practices into our daily routines. Don't go anywhere. Stay glued. We'll be right back. Welcome back. You are in Consulting Room 5. You are watching me, Dr. Sue, and very beautiful ladies here. We have Mrs. Winifred Per Dodu, a registered nutritionist and a dietitian. I hope I got it right.
Yes, you did.
You're welcome, madam.
You.
And then we have a wellness therapist who is a CEO of Healthy Touch Therapy, which is at Lakeside Estate. She is also in the person of Nana Gazy. She doesn't want any title because Nana is already a title, she tells me. So Nana, you're welcome.
Thank you.
I can see that in you, wellness therapist. Welcome, my beautiful ladies.
Thank you.
So today we are discussing wellness and fitness. And as the topic goes, I will start with Mrs. Kwedudu. When we say fitness, what comes to your mind as a dietitian?
Okay, so when we say fitness is when your whole system, your whole body is in good shape because you've put certain measures into place to ensure that you are healthy and you are strong. So that's what comes to my mind when it comes to fitness.
Has it gotten anything to do with health?
Yes, it does. It has a lot of things to do with health. Fitness allows your body to work in the right manner. It allows your system to function the way it does. And there are a lot of things it prevents when it comes to health issues like non-communicable diseases. So fitness plays a very important role when it comes to an individual's health.
So can I just see somebody and say the person is fit?
Yes and no. Some, by physical appearance, the way their stature shows or the way they do the things can tell you that they are fit. Some you can tell by the way they show themselves. Some you can't really tell. They are fit, but physically you can't say. Basically that.
Nana. Fitness and wellness therapist.
Okay, so she nailed it.
Right.
Fitness. Before you can say somebody has a total well-being, the person has to be fit, the person has to be healthy. That's where we get total well-being. So looking at somebody who is strong, muscular, does not mean the person is healthy. So I wouldn't say that looking at a stronger person standing, it means all is well. So the person can be fit and not healthy. The person can also be well, but not fit. But when we have the total well-being is when the person is strong or physically able and also healthy. When these two come together, I would say this is a fit human being.
So do we have a fit human being anyway? Somebody who is mentally okay, physically okay, and then the total well-being, as you say, we do.
We do.
How do we get to know that we are fit?
Okay, so a simple test is you checking on the person's fitness level. For instance, if I want to know how well your heart works, I would give you some few cardiovascular exercises to do. If you're able to do it and you don't pant or you don't palpitate, I know you have a strong heart for whatever regime I would want to give you. But also, if I want to know if the person is fit and not healthy, I will look at you, your total looks, and then I would ask you some few health questions. If you have any chronic disease, if you have any Like any history of ill health, whatever information you give me, you can tell me you are totally fit in everything, but you have insomnia. I know there's a problem. You don't see it as a problem.
What's insomnia?
Insomnia is an inability to sleep or unable to sleep well. If you tell me that, oh, I am very okay, I can do every treatment you give me, but I'm not able to sleep when I go to bed, for me, there's a challenge there. But if you tell me I'm on BP medication, but I'm very fit, I can do everything you tell me to do, automatically I know there's a challenge there. So you can be fit as you think, but you might not be healthy. So to say that somebody is fit, you will need actually a clearance. Medical clearance
okay,
and also fitness clearance put together to get a fit person.
For the purposes of this discussion, I'll call you Winnie. You're fine.
That's fine.
You're fine.
Yeah.
So Winnie, has fitness got to do something to do with obesity?
Yes, it
Being
does.
fit and or not being obese?
It has a crucial role. Apart from the fact that we talk of diet, fitness plays a very important role to facilitate you reducing faster. Fitness plays one of the major roles.
What at all is obesity?
So obesity is a medical condition where there's excess accumulation of fats, which leads to certain non-communicable diseases, as I said earlier in the introduction, as well as cause unhealthiness in terms of the person's total, complete well-being.
The accumulation of fats, which parts of the body do you
Okay, so fat can be stored anywhere. It can be stored in the liver, it can be stored under the skin, it can be any parts of the body can accumulate fat. So mostly it stores in the liver. So when it becomes excess, then it starts forming other adipose tissues, then it starts storing under the skin and the various part. That is when you see the person starts gaining the weight they are gaining. Yeah.
So I just asked you about obesity, but you were giving us some insight on obesity and fitness.
Yeah.
So can you continue?
So when we talk about obesity and fitness, when there is sedentary lifestyle or when there's no fitness activities in your life, then there's a possibility of you gaining weight, depending on the metabolic rate. Yeah, people who have high metabolic rate and people who have slow metabolic rate. So if you're an individual that have a very slow metabolic rate and there's no fitness activity in your life, then there's a very likely possibility of you becoming obese. And at the same time, even if you have high metabolic rate and you're the type, no matter what you consume, you don't become obese, you should know that still you can still generate certain health conditions because there's no fitness activities in your life. Yes.
So I hear we have something called fat in, slim out.
Yes, fat in, then you slim out. So it's like when we have a lot of eating disorders. So there are certain eating disorders the person kind of like gain, then the person will try hard to lose that particular weight the person has gained. And all this are meant, for me, is a mental disorder because then you don't feel comfortable in the zone you feel your body is in. So you go in for certain foods. Then when it's reached a point you feel you're too fat, then you have to go back, then lose that particular weight again. So it causes an imbalance in the system that leads to this mental disorders, which is a crucial thing when it comes to public health issues.
Wow. So when do we say someone is overweight? So
by WHO standard, overweight is someone who has BMI, that's body mass index, over 30 and above. So 30 and above individual is classified to be an obese person. Yeah.
But what is BMI? Do you suggest that people get scales, weighing scales at home and all that? What's BMI and all these wahala?
Okay, so BMI is a person's body weight divided basically by your height. Most of the height we measure in centimeters. It means you have to convert it to meters. Then you square your height, which is being converted to meters. So whatever figure you get for your height, you divide your weight over that particular height, and it gives you the BMI. And there are ranges that gives you a classification as to whether I am overweight, I am normal, I am obese, or I am morbid obese. So when you are between the range of 18.5 to 24.9, you are within a normal range according to the WHO classification. When you are from 25 to 29.9, then you are overweight. When you are between 30 to 34.9, you are obese. Then from 35 to 40 as severely obese. Then about 40 is morbid obesity. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So with these calculations, can we do them at home?
Yes.
Or we have to go to the clinic?
No, these ones can easily be done at home. You just need a formula, then just...
So the BMI is body mass index.
Yes.
And to calculate the BMI, you should know your height and your weight.
Yes, please.
And the height, how do we get the height?
So for the height, it means you have to have a height measuring. Some use tape measure, but there are certain inches or level you are supposed to take it above the ground.
We have our height on our Ghana cards.
Yes, that's another easy way.
So you can, let me come in here.
Yeah, okay.
You can use your height on the Ghana card with your current weight. So for instance, if you are about, let's say your height, when we measure it and we bring it into meters, and you are about 1.6 or 1.5, you divide it with your weight. Yes, so whatever result you get, you divide it with your weight, the current weight you have. Whatever figure you get, that is your body mass index result. That's your BMI result.
Hey, this is a new calculation.
No.
No.
So the 1.5, F is 1.5. 1.5 times the 1.5, if that is what you got.
Is squared.
That is a square.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So whatever you get, you divide it. If you get like roughly 2.5, 3 or 3.5, and your weight is 70 or 80, divide the two. Whatever you get, that is your BMI. So if you do it and your results is, let's say, 20, then it means you're in the healthy range. If your results is, like she said, if the result is, you calculate and you get about 25 or 30. If it's 25, you know maybe you are at the borderline between the healthy weight and overweight, borderline. If you are between 30 to 40, as she broke it down for you, you have the obesity
Yes.
and then severe.
Severe.
But what happens is people would just look at themselves and they say, oh, I look smallish, so I am healthy. It is the weight, the volume
So
you
we
get.
even have underweight. I'm sure that's what
We have underweight,
so
which is
we'll
a
get,
serious...
we'll get there. We'll get
Okay.
there. We'll get there. So, but as we are talking about BMI, we should also specify. We have checking BMI for adults, right? And then weight over height or height over weight for children. At which level do you use BMI? And at what point do you use weight for height and all those things? Because consulting room 5 is for the whole family.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so for children, when you see that the child has crossed overweight, when you do the same calculation and you see that the child is maybe around, trying to get a very good calculation for regular children. So we have age, weight for every age. So when you cross the normal weight, and then let's say a child's BMI results is about 30, you don't need me to tell you that's overweight.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
If the result is 18, 25, 26, I won't say, so I will tell you, start working on the child. If it's 26, going upward, start working on the child. It means the child is not very active.
Yeah, because it's alarming now. We have a lot of juvenile onset obesity, and it's becoming very alarming. But Winnie, when do we use weight for height?
So when it comes to, I'll use my nutrition field.
Yes.
Okay. So for children under 5, you also have something called the MWAC assessment tape. So the MWAC assessment tape has the green, yellow, and red range. So we use at the left bicep, mid bicep of the child. So when the child falls within the red one, which is between 11.5 and lower, the child is like severely malnourished. That's some. When the child is between 12 to 12.5, the child is moderately malnourished. And when the child is about 12.5, then the child is normal and above. So the weight and the height mostly is used. You can use it for children about 5 years. So WHO have a standard sheet per age where it starts from the normal using the Z-score. So when you take the child's weighing book, you see that they've done some curves. Yeah. They have -1 to +2. They have above +2, between +2 and +3. So when the nurses do charts, it gives you the way the child is growing, whether the child is becoming normal, losing weight.
And this is under 5?
There's under 5, yes.
Okay.
So above 5, you can use the weight for height. Then use a chart. So the chart will tell you that, okay, children between 5 to 10 years, when their BMI is between 12 to 17 is normal. Yeah. Above 18. So when you range from 10 to 15, the range also varies. So the chart will actually give you what you are supposed to know when it comes to the BMI of the children. Yeah, so after 5 years, you can use the weight and the height to assess the children in terms of...
I'm saying this, I'm concerned about this under 5 because, you know, a lot of people are working mothers now. They leave their children with house helps, caretakers, and they don't check. So the mother looks healthy, but you could see that some children are marasmic, right? Yeah. And then now kwashiorkor is no more, is it?
It's there. We do have
that much.
But do you get them in the clinic?
Yes, we do. We do get them. And mostly you can find them at the shores.
The coastal areas.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, because I hear some people even get Mara squash.
Mara means kwashiorkor. Yeah.
Put together.
Put together.
So it's a problem. And so should we always go to the child welfare clinic, or we can do that at home in terms of the children?
It's important to go to child welfare clinic. Apart from the fact that you take your vaccination to the age of 1 year, 8 months, you are supposed to take regular vitamin A every 6 months till the age of 5 years because of the importance of vitamin A when it comes to sight, as well when it comes to production of red blood cell in children. So it's very essential, and it helps the nurses monitor the growth of the children. We are always saying that after 2 years, when you don't do anything about your child, the weight is going as it is in terms of undernutrition, you can't reverse whatever consequences that has occurred internally. So there's a need for regular monitoring and evaluating of the child's growth.
Health status.
Yes, it's very important. So every mother should ensure that even if the child starts school, at least there's something called school health activities where nurses go to the facilities to do all these regular assessments for the children. So we expect every mother to take their child's weighing card. So in case you've missed even some vaccination, that is opportunity
take it from there
to be done and all that activity.
And a very vital age range that I'm also concerned about is adolescent age. So adolescent, do they do BMI or they do weight for height, or what do they do?
They do BMI.
They do BMI. And you know, the ladies mostly get this skinny bodies because of the desired body shape. What can you tell us about? Okay,
so those things, I talk of eating disorder.
Yes.
Because they all have the perception that I need to look a particular way because of kind of stigma, or the fact that when I look fat or when I look big, I kind of will be laughed at school or something.
For the ladies? For
the ladies, yes. So ideally, we always tell them that these are all mental issues, issues that goes on. Yes, that there's a need for you to be confident in yourself, and the fact that you need to eat healthily.
Yeah.
Eating healthily, you can be big, but you eat healthily, there will be nothing. You may have no issues at all. So there is a need for them to eat healthily. Apart from that, at adolescent stage for the ladies, because of our menstrual cycles, we need to have more kind of like vitamins and minerals to support us when mostly we do our normal menstrual flow. So there's a requirement that at least they should ensure that whatever they take is healthy. They don't go in for food that we classify as novel foods, that's the ultra processed foods, that brings about all these issues of obesity.
Right.
So at least when you're eating a normal, regular Ghanaian diet, and you are ensuring that you have your vegetables, you have your cereals, you have all those important healthy things in there, then you shouldn't be so worried about the way you look. Yeah.
So, you know, adolescents do grow. They get taller.
Yes, they do.
So they cannot use their Ghana card for the height, right? So they have to regularly check their height before they can check their weight and then do the BMI. Because most ladies, adolescent girls, are underweight.
Yes.
They are.
Yeah.
So they have to keep checking their BMI.
Yeah.
So let's come to Nana. Nana, what are the exercises what kind of exercises do you advise that adolescents do, females and males?
So before I even go there, you can't give an exercise to somebody when you don't know the cause. If we are talking about obesity, because now we are bringing this slimming down and all that, but if you are looking at obesity in an adolescent, you would have to know what caused it. Some may have health challenge. Some may also have it as in genes.
Yeah, genetics.
Yeah, that's in the blood. You know, so you should know what caused it. It is not all the obesity that came out of food.
Right.
Somebody may be on a medication which is causing it. Somebody may have some kind of illness.
Yeah, but these are general issues. But if we are like advising an adolescent girl
some
who is
do have it.
Yes, there are general issues that cut across, like from childhood to the aged. Some medications can cause plumpness. But if you are advising an adolescent as a wellness therapist, what kind of advice would you give
Okay,
to?
so if it has to do with food, we would have to work on what she eats, her intake, the time, and then advise not for her to do the in-between meals and all that. Then you can give some strength exercise and cardiovascular exercise. It helps them for
an adolescent.
Yes, because when they are in school, some of them do run around for class and all that. That is a whole exercise by itself. If you have to move from one class to the other for maybe, if you're a science student, for your subjects change and all that.
This one you are talking about
No,
second cycle. Second cycle institution.
It depends on which age you are as an adolescent.
10 to what? 19, right?
Yes, 10 to
WHO's definition.
So
okay.
if we are putting it that way, one, the exercise in school, PE, physical educations they do in school, I would advise the child to do more of it. If the child is not there and is at home, you can do playing games, as in football.
Games like?
No. So I'm naming them football. You can do dancing chairs. You can be on the bouncy castle where you jump more.
She's talking about the
big
home.
No, it's not.
Bouncy castle and things.
We have children who play this, some of the old games, Taskele or whatever. You hit and run around. So all those things are part of the cardiovascular exercises. Okay, for instance, when we have to do peekaboo, you put something here, you leave somebody there, you run upstairs, you come up searching for the person. It is exercise. You are in the house, you have a staircase in your house, running up, coming down. It is a form of exercise. Sweeping, taking the sweeping.
Chores.
Yes, the chores. Sweeping in the house. You decide to sweep the whole compound in the morning. That is a form of exercise. Pounding fufu at home. It is.
Fufu?
Yes.
Oh, good.
So but that is not Dadabi.
After pounding the fufu and you get a whole portion.
So portion control comes in.
I see.
But I think most, for that adolescents, what is causing this obesity then is the screen time. They spend more time on screen than any physical activities. So I think these are some of the things.
Tablets,
yes.
Yes, so when you know the cause, then you know where you are solving. If it's being like sedentary, sitting all the time, sometimes even reading, sitting at one place.
Adolescents and young adults.
Sitting for a long time, reading, not doing it. You can be sitting, reading, but you need to get up, walk about, come back and sit, get up, stretch. You know, those are all part of the exercises. They are not vigorous exercise, but they are exercises that help.
Wow, that's nice. Viewers, as we listen to Nana, who is a wellness therapist and a fitness therapist, right? Is it wellness or fitness? Which of them?
Fitness and wellness.
She's going to show us the kind of exercises that we should be doing at home. Certain little exercises that we can do and keep ourselves healthy. We're also with Winnie, who is a dietitian and a nutritionist at Lekma Hospital.
Lekma Polyclinic.
Lekma Polyclinic. But there is a polyclinic and a hospital.
Yes.
Okay. So she's with a polyclinic rather.
Yeah.
Yeah. So don't go anywhere. Just stay glued. We have more for you after the commercial break. Welcome back. You are in Consulting Room 5. We are with Nana Gazy and Winnie, who are giving us insights on wellness and fitness, what to eat, how to exercise to remain healthy and have the desired body shape. Nana, so we're discussing about the exercises that young adults and adolescents could do, and you were telling us they should get themselves involved in house chores. They should pound the fufu.
Exactly.
They shouldn't leave the fufu pounding for machines and other and climb stairs rather than using elevators. And then what can you give us some?
So they can do press ups at home.
Press up for girls?
Yes, we have the wall one and then we have the floor.
Okay.
So the wall is putting your hand by the wall and then pressing on and off. Okay. It is easier for them to do.
For the adolescents and young adults?
Easy for them to do. They can also do sit-ups.
Okay.
Lying down and then coming up.
That will help the tummy, oh?
You are moving the whole body.
Okay.
Because your legs are down. You're going to pick strength from your core and then come up. So there's movement of the whole upper body, not just the lower part of the body or the full body, but then from here, supported by the legs or the lower limbs. You can also skip. You don't need a gym to skip.
Okay. You can buy skipping ropes.
You can do jumping jacks. You don't need to go to the gym. So if
for how long? For how long?
You should have a regimen.
Okay.
So for instance, you wake up in the morning, you want to do jumping jacks. Let's say start with 20 for a set. So you do 23 sets. That's 60. You do the skipping. You start by, if you are good with, some are very good with skipping, but if you are not good with skipping, you can skip 30, break, another 30, break. Set target of like 100 to start with. You can do...
How long within the, how long you said we should use the regime? So how often should we do that in a week?
If we're dealing with a child who is obese, then you can do it probably every morning as a warm-up to start the day.
Okay.
But if it's just keeping fit, a child who just want to keep fit, then you can do like 3 times in a week.
In a week. Okay. Winnie, what are the effects of overweight?
So, obesity, one, cardiovascular diseases. So we have the stroke.
Overweight is the cousin of obesity, leading to obesity. So from overweight.
So from overweight, you can have something called like osteoporosis, because the more pressure, the more the weight pressure is on the various joints.
On the joints.
Yes, so you have something like osteoporosis. It can also lead to type 2 diabetes. Okay. That has become more rampant in the system.
In the system, yeah.
It can also lead to hypertension. It can lead to stroke. It can also lead to certain form of cancers. I said earlier, accumulation of fat. So, for example, the liver. When there's excess accumulation of fat around the liver, the body sees it as a foreign object, so it fights against it. That's why you have certain kind of liver conditions due to accumulation, not purposely by alcohol, but due to what you call a non-alcoholic liver disease because of fat accumulation. It can lead to those things. We also have pancreatic cancer. We also have this cancer of the stomach. So obesity or overweight causes a lot of health conditions when it comes to an individual being.
So it means we should keep checking our BMI.
Yes.
How often?
How often? If you have no issue, you can do it just once a month.
Just
check your weight, not necessarily your BMI.
You check your weight.
Just the weight. If you have obesity issue or overweight issue, it depends. The dietitian will decide to say that, okay, you're on a weight loss regimen. All right. So we'll be checking the weight either every 2 weeks, just to take away the anxiety of always wanting to check your weight. Then give you the chance to take your time and be on the diet and plan given to you. So with the weight check, whatever you wore the first day you took your weight should be the same thing you're wearing when you're taking the next weight, so that the weight
be consistent.
Consistent, yes.
Right.
So basically, if you are healthy, you can do it once a month just to make sure you are
once a month, you check your BMI. You were talking about overweight. How about underweight?
Yeah.
People squeeze themselves. They don't eat. they exercise so much and you see them getting so thin. How about underweight? What are the effects?
So with underweight, one of the conditions of underweight is you have physically you be so unhealthy.
You look pale.
Pale, you look weak. Example, you become anemic because you are depriving yourself of essential minerals and vitamins that aids in the proper production of red blood cell. So you become anemic. And when you become anemic, there are other conditions that it may also lead to. So that's one of the things. Then when you are anemic and become pregnant, it's like being malnourished. You can pass on, have a child that is also malnourished. It's the same thing with anemia. So when you're anemic, if you are pregnant in the process, you tend to have problems with yourself as well as the baby also having issues when you're anemic. When you're underweight, too, things like calcium, vitamins A, and other things that the body requires for its functions, you will lack it because you are not eating well. You're not getting all the things you're supposed to get in order to become healthy. And when you become underweight as an adult, it means that you also deprive yourself of essential amounts of protein, which will mean that your body have to resort to other forms of energy. So it will convert your lean muscle mass into glycogen, which is converted to glucose for the body to be used. And this even can lead to diabetes at the same time, because then you are overstarving yourself. Your body is using other forms of tissues to produce energy, which is not supposed to be. Ideally, our energy is supposed to come from glucose and lipids. So if your body goes around and can't find any of these things, it means you have to start breaking down your muscles to convert into glucose, which also has its own implications.
Do we have a link? Is there a link between menopause and weight gain or aging? I wouldn't say menopause. Right. That is for only women. So aging and gain of weight.
So when you look at the factors associated with obesity, aging is one of it.
Aging.
So, yes, as you grow,
nature will dash you some kilos.
Yes, because your metabolism rate starts slowing down when you're aging. So automatically you can easily gain weight. That is why when you are growing up, we always say you have to be fit, you have to exercise so that there'll be balance in the system. Then you'll be able to maintain your weight as you want it to be like, yeah.
Nana, so as we are aging and being corporate people or living sedentary lifestyle, what kind of exercises would you advise that we do?
As we age, automatically for women and men, we lose muscle year on year. So the best exercise for people over, let me take it with the women from 35 upwards, and for the men 40 upwards. Strength training and cardiovascular. You don't do, so with the cardio, I would even explain. You have your jumping jacks, you have your running, any exercise that makes your heart beat so fast with speed. You make sure you don't do a lot of running when you get to this age, because the more you use your legs, your ligaments also wear off. Aside that, you also use a lot of muscle. You break your muscles down. So when you watch most sports people, athletes, those who run, you would not see them heavy. I wouldn't want to use fat or whatsoever. You not see them heavy, but check on their muscle. Most of them don't have big muscle. They are slim. So it's because most of them shred their muscles through the running. You can do, let's say, 200 meters, which is ideal. But you do more strength training and eat a lot of protein to build your muscle. 35 for women, 40 for men. You don't do so much cardiovascular exercise, but do more of strength training and then flexibility training. Because around that time, you hear people saying, my joints, my knee.
So the strength training is what we are going to do. You're going to teach us.
We'll do a bit of strength training, and we'll do mobility. That's the flexibility. Because around these times, you feel tightness, stiffness, and all that. So when you do more of the mobility or flexibility exercise, you then let those joints be flexible. And then you also have enough muscle to hold you up. Most of the adult disabilities or aging disabilities is as a result of people losing muscle. You hear them say, no, I don't want to be macho. It's not the macho, but it's gaining strength to age right.
Winnie, do we have to take in supplements to support us or boost our nutrition or wellness?
It depends. Ideally, I prefer when you are within your menopausal stage, you add supplements to it. Because as Ghanaians as we are, we hardly get those things, those nutrients, micronutrients in our diet, because most of our diet is mostly based on carbohydrates, much more carbohydrates, less amount of those things. So as you age, you need to have those. For example, elderly people tend to lose calcium. It diminishes as they age, so at least you need to have those calcium supplements to support whatever thing you are consuming. So as you age, there is a need for you to have supplements to help you out with all those things. Yeah.
So these supplements, nutrient supplements that is out there, people taking slim tea and all other things. What do you have for us about that?
I believe that if you want to take your supplements, you need to consult your dietitian or nutritionist, do certain assessments, check what is lacking within the system, then prescribe what you require for that particular situation.
Are there natural supplements?
Natural supplements can be found in food.
The stomach can take all that, right?
Yeah, it can. Yes.
That's the work of the stomach.
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't have to go in for natural supplements because it is found in food. When people say they advertise on their products and say these are natural supplements, we don't have to go in for that.
You can get them from food.
We can get them from food.
Yes.
Balanced diet.
Balanced diet, yes. Balanced diet.
Wow. So at what time do we have to exercise, Nana?
It depends on your daily schedule. Some are good with the morning and some are good with evening. But in all, you should be able to exercise anyway. So if you're somebody who is very active in the morning, then the morning will be good for you. If you can start from, let's say, 6, some start even as early as 5:30. That's the early bird. Or you can start from 6, so you have to go to work, bath and go to work. Some also do it in the evening. They feel they've eaten a lot of stuff during the day, so they would want to go to the gym or even do their own 1-hour walk or 2 hours walk or 30 minutes walk to be able to break down everything they have put in their system. There are people who say, today I ate a lot of fatty food, so I want to do a lot of exercise so that the fat or whatever nutrients or calories I have put in, I'll be able to burn through the energy demanded for the exercise. So if that, yes, why not? So such people will go for the evening.
Oh, okay. But can we eat before we exercise, Winnie?
There have to be a gap before you can exercise.
How long?
An hour.
An hour before.
Yeah.
So if I get my fufu or banku, I finish eating that, I don't have to hit the gym immediately.
No.
After an hour. After an hour.
Then you can. Then the body has
not
done the
just the gym. Even if you have to do the exercise at home.
Okay.
The food has to digest before. Some people go to the gym or they go to exercise and you see them throwing up and all that. Sometimes it's because their food has not digested. Others also have the problem of empty stomach. So they get irritation in their tummy, so they throw up. That's the early morning.
Yeah, the early morning one. But I want you to briefly talk about swimming. We'll be going on a commercial break soon. But I want you to talk about swimming. How important is swimming? I hear people say swimming is very good because it starts from the head to the soul. It takes everything. So just the two of you talk about swimming briefly.
So swimming is a full body workout. It is a good cardiovascular exercise. And it also gives you resistance, and it also gives you endurance. So swimming takes care of 3 things. So it makes it a very important exercise. It doesn't matter the age. Children can do it, adults can do it, older people can do it. Swimming cuts across.
So it's good.
It's good.
At what time should we do it?
I think it can be done.
Swimming is nice when the sun is out.
So that you use it for pleasure as well.
You can use 1 stone to kill 2 birds. So mostly you can do it depending on where you are swimming. If it's private, you can do it in the morning or in the evening. But if it's commercial, automatically your evening is cut off. So you can do it in the afternoon.
In the afternoon. So what kind of exercises are you going to show us? That for strength?
So we'll do more of mobility exercise.
Mobility?
Yes, which is something you can all do even at work.
At what age range? Within what age range are we looking at?
Mobility exercise, kids are even better with it than even adults. That's the flexibility exercise. So the yoga, the stretches, they are all mobility exercise. So we will be demonstrating few of that today.
Oh, okay. And then the strength?
The strength, we will see if we can push down.
Hey, this wahala don't come. Oh.
We push down or we push on a wall.
So like press ups. Wow. And it go be. Anyway, viewers, you are watching Consulting Room 5. You are in the Consulting Room 5, actually, with Nana Gazy and Winifred Dudu. I hope I got it right. Right. So after the short break, we are going to dive more into exercising. We will go and demonstrate the kind of exercise that we can do even at home for mobility and also for strength, gaining strength, and for cardio, right?
Yes.
Yeah, for good cardio. So just stay on and we'll be right back. Welcome back, viewers. You are in Consulting Room 5, and as I have said, today we are discussing fitness and wellness to prevent obesity. We have Nana Gazy, who is a wellness therapist, and she's going to share her views and teach us the things we should do. So what's the age range? 35 and above, women, men?
35 and above for women, men 40 and above.
And above, to prevent obesity, overweight and obesity. So just stay glued. You can do this at home. These are simple exercises that you can do to prevent obesity and overweight. So let's follow. Nana, I hope you will do something I can do, please.
Very much so.
Okay, all right. So let's start something, and as she leads us.
So you can start your exercises without stretching. So we do a little bit of stretches. Let's go.
Okay.
Open.
Okay.
And squat down.
Hey.
And stretch up.
Okay.
We're taking 2 of these. Go down.
Okay.
And stretch up. Close legs. Open arm. Stretch. And close. Okay. Go up. And close.
Okay.
You want to go that way?
So that is for warming, right?
Warming up.
Okay.
And then we go like that. And then we come up like that. We're still stretching.
Okay, for stretching.
Down. Yeah, we're still stretching.
Okay.
And then we come back. All right. Now we're going
to... So this is for flexibility?
For flexibility.
Okay.
Now we know we've stretched the body, the muscles, the joints. Okay. We're going to go to the heart, which is more important to start your day with. So we're going to do some jumping jacks, not too much.
Okay.
So we open and close. Okay. So we're going to do about 10, which I know will be okay for you. Let's go. 1, 2, we go. Open, open, close, open, close, open, close. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Your best shot. 10. Well done. So we are okay. Now I can feel your heartbeat.
Okay.
So we are done with the cardio.
All right.
We're going to move to strength. With our strength training, we are taking squats.
Strength for squats.
Yes. So we are going to put some strength in the thigh and in the legs. So limb muscle workout. Your lower limbs work out, and that is going to carry the whole body. So it's very important. Stretch your arms. Okay, we're taking level from here.
Okay.
Now let's go. Squat down with your chest out. You can push your glutes back and then raise it slowly and gently.
So what's the effect On the body.
So you are working on the lower limb muscle, your thigh, your calves,
Okay.
to strengthen it for your daily activity.
Does it increase the muscles there?
It builds the muscle.
Okay.
It builds the muscle only if you are eating properly, especially with your proteins.
Okay.
All right, so let's go. We go down, sustain,
Ooh.
and up. Well done. You make sure your chest is broadly open, so you don't go like that. No, you open up. We go. We've done 2. Let's go. 5. We go. To be sure your chest is open, let's open the arm and then come up.
Ooh.
That's 3. We have 2 more to go.
Wow.
Take it from front. There's some level of resistance. Okay. Open it. You feel the contractions. Yes, that's the muscle. Ooh. Then you come up. 4. Our last one.
Okay.
Stretch. Open and go. Now sustain. Go lower. And come up. Slowly and gently.
It's not easy.
So you can feel the muscles. You can feel the tightening.
So do we do that daily or?
Yes. It should be part. So when you are doing your daily exercise, it shouldn't be just cardio.
It looks simple, but I'm feeling it.
That's the effect.
Wow.
If you feel the engorge or the contractions of the muscle, you are doing a good job. Somebody can do it like this. You'll get more of cardio effect than the muscle building. Yes. Okay, so we are done with strength. We are done with cardio.
Mobility.
Now you're going to mobility. Can we all go down?
Hey.
In a yoga position?
Okay. This way.
Let's start stretching. To the side. To the other side. I'm sure you're feeling it in the core right now. Keep going. Keep going. Now bring the hands down. Stay in the same position. We're going to raise our back. So there's much movements down. Okay, drop it. You feel it in the arm and then your belly. All right, let's go.
So this has effect on the
Upper.
side.
Yeah.
Okay, it takes fat out.
It burns.
It burns.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going up. Now you can feel it in your thigh.
Yeah.
You stay for about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you are down. Now you're going to stretch forward.
Okay.
And then back. If you are not able to go so low, it means there's stiffness at the back. So let's go.
So this way.
We start picking stuff. And then we are back.
Wow.
Now you stretch one leg forward.
Left or right?
Any of them, because you'll keep moving.
Okay.
Okay, open and close. Now that's working on the knee. Open, close, open, close, open, close. That's 3, 4, 5. Beginning, it feels nothing, but as you go on, you feel the...
I feel it.
You feel the muscle contraction. That's good.
I do.
All right. Now we put it back and we take this one.
Take this one.
The next leg.
Okay.
All right. Same way. We open and close. Open and close. Open and close. Open and close. 3, 2 more to go. 4 and 5. All right. You take a breather. Exercising without taking breaks is not healthy. So you breathe in and exhale through your mouth. In through the nose. Exhale. In again. Exhale. All right.
So what does this do?
This one relaxes you
Okay.
from all the pressure and the stress from the exercise.
Okay.
Now you can feel better.
Yeah.
The heartbeat has gone down. Yeah. Yes. All right. So we're going to move our legs. Check. If our knees are correct,
Okay.
and then stretch back.
Okay.
Close and stretch back. Now you feel it in your stomach.
Yeah.
You feel it in your arms. You feel it in your thighs. There you go.
Wow.
2 more.
Actually, you don't even need to go to the
The
gym.
last one. Well done.
Ooh.
You're all sweating already.
Yeah, this is a lot of work.
Okay. So with our last one, we're going to go on our back. Away. Stretch. So let me see you join me.
Ooh. This way?
Yes. So to see how flexible you are, let's raise one leg.
Hey.
All right, drop it.
Okay.
Take the second one. Drop it. Take it. Drop it. Take it. And drop it. We are assuming that we are all obese or we are overweight and we want to lose some weight.
Right.
When we go 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 minutes, 1 minute, it wouldn't work. So we have to put in the work. There's more contractions and more resistance in these workouts. So you apply more force when doing them. And that's the only way you can burn fat easily. So you can't do cardio and lift strength. If you do all cardio and you lift strength exercise, you're going to lose weight, but you'll not be firm. But when you do the strength and cardio, a bit of cardio for the 30s and 35 women and 40 men, when you do more strength training, you build more muscle. And when you build more muscle, it helps with aging disabilities.
Wow, wow, wow. Wow, this is awesome. This is awesome. I thought it was that easy, but I have seen that it's a lot of work. And if you do that, you feel from head to toe. You feel everywhere. And even with the cardio,
Yeah.
I'm sweating. But I go to the gym. I go to the gym. So you see how effective it is, even when you're at home and you still want to feel fit and have wellness. So thank you so much, Nana. This is awesome. I will try that at home. It's easy, but difficult.
Not difficult. It's a bit challenging. It's
Challenging.
Not difficult.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll use that rather.
Yeah.
It's challenging, but
Yeah.
if you do, you need to be disciplined, right?
You
Right.
need that challenge to be able to move to the next level.
Right.
So if you're in your comfort zone, you wouldn't lose the weight, you wouldn't build the muscle.
Right.
But if you are doing challenging workouts, more challenging workouts help you to build the muscle. More endurance workout helps you to lose the weight.
Right. So viewers, as we have all seen, it is challenging, but with discipline, you can do it. You can maintain that body weight you want, that body shape you want. And we would say thank you to Winnie and Nana Gazy, who have come to educate us on wellness and fitness, what to take at what age. And this exercise is from 35 for females and 40 for males to when? To 60. Or to
60.
To how well or strong you feel and you can do.
So when you are over 60 and you started earlier, you would be able to continue.
Okay, all right. So it's getting interesting, but our time wouldn't permit us. Thank you so much, ladies. Thank you, viewers, for having us. And I'm sure as we prioritize our health, we will always be good to go. Thank you so much. Have me next week. Bye.